Lesson 13 for March 20 to 26, Rebirth of Planet Earth, read by Dr. Percy Harrold. Tuesday, March 23, Missionaries and Worship Leaders. Question: what is the meaning of survivors bringing people from the nations as an offering to the Lord? Isaiah 66, verses 19 and 20. I will set a sign among them, and those among them who escape I will send to the nations, to Tarshish and Pul and Lud, who draw the bow, and Tubal and Javan, to the coastlands afar off, who have not heard my fame, nor seen my glory, and they shall declare my glory among the Gentiles. Then they shall bring all your brethren for an offering to the Lord out of all nations, on horses, and in chariots, and in litters, on mules, and on camels, to my holy mountain Jerusalem, says the Lord. As the children of Israel bring an offering in a clean vessel into the house of the Lord, and I will also take some of them for priests and Levites, says the Lord. God sends survivors of his destruction out to the ends of the earth, to people who do not know about God, and they shall declare my glory among the nations, it said in verse 19. This is one of the clearest Old Testament statements on the theme of missionary outreach. In other words, not only are people to be drawn to the Hebrew nation, but also some of the Hebrew people will go to other nations and teach them about the true God. A paradigm that is explicit in the New Testament. Though there was Jewish missionary outreach between the time of return from exile and the time of Christ, the early Christians spread the gospel rapidly and on a massive scale. Matthew 23, verse 15, Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you travel land and sea to win one proselyte, and when he is won, you make him twice as much a son of hell as yourselves. And Colossians 1:23, If indeed you continue in the faith, grounded and steadfast, and are not moved away from the hope of the gospel which you heard, which was preached to every creature under heaven, of which I, Paul, became a minister. Just as the Israelites brought grain offerings to the Lord at his temple, so the missionaries would bring an offering to him. But their offering would be all your kindred from all the nations, verse 20. Just as grain offerings were gifts to God that were not slaughtered, the converts brought to the Lord would be presented to him as living sacrifices. Reminds us of Romans 12:1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable to God, which is your reasonable service. For the idea that people could be presented as a kind of offering to God, note the much earlier dedication of Levites in Numbers 8:11 as an elevation offering from the Israelites that they may do the service of the Lord. Question: what is the significance of God's promise to take some of them as priests and Levites, as it said in Isaiah 66:21, and I will also make some of them for priests and Levites, says the Lord. The them in verse 21 refers to your kindred from all the nations in the previous verse. These are Gentiles, some of whom God would choose as worship leaders, along with the priests and the Levites. This is a revolutionary change. God previously had authorized only descendants of Aaron to serve as priests, and only other members of the tribe of Levi to assist them. Gentiles could not literally become descendants of Aaron or Levi, but God would authorize some to serve in these capacities, which had previously been forbidden even to most Jews. And so to finish today, read 1 Peter 2, verses 9 and 10. To whom is Peter writing? What is he saying? What message does he have for each of us as members of a holy nation today? Are we doing any better than the original people? Let's look at 1 Peter 2, 9 and 10. But you are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, his own special people, that ye may proclaim the praises of him who called you out of darkness into his marvellous light, who once were not a people, but are now the people of God, who had not obtained mercy, but now have obtained mercy. And Exodus 19, verse 6, and you shall be to me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. These are the words which you shall speak to the children of Israel.
Hi there. Thanks for watching this video on the Advent-band Ministries YouTube channel. Please subscribe and click the bell icon to be alerted whenever we upload new videos. So, until we meet him in the clouds, may God continue to bless you.
This lesson was read by Dr. Percy Harrold for Christian Services for the Blind. It's supported by the Sabbath School Department and Hope Channel Australia, and is rebroadcast by Christian Record Services and through podcasts at It Is Written in the United States, Hope Channel Germany, and through Apple iTunes and SoundCloud. Remember, God is always faithful.